Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Black Dimension, the best show on social media. And on this show, I'm going to do the review of Playing with Fire. This new John Cena movie just came out this weekend. And for those who are not looking for spoilers, I'm rating this movie a buy. This movie is a buy. For those who don't know as of yet, we have a rating system where you either buy a movie or we feel is bootleg quality, where you can just kind of wait for it to go on a streaming service or wait to get the DVD or something like that. Just rent it down the road somewhere. Or you can have a bomb, which is just a movie that's basically trash. It's not worth going to the theater. It's not worth sitting in your own home trying to watch it later on down the road. It's just something your life just would be better without. But I'm gonna rate this a buy. Uh, as you all know, I'm sure that this movie is definitely one for the kids. Uh, but we on the Black Dimension, we try to dip in a little bit of everything. So yes, this is one is definitely directed for the kids, but even the adults can enjoy the movie. Now, I'm not gonna lie, John Cena was pretty good. He was pretty good. Uh, I'm pretty sure you know acting was not his first career. He was a WWE star. And as an actor, though, he was pretty good. Um, Definitely better than I even expected. And I have seen him work in another film called The Marine, which was a pretty good film, action film. As they would say, more fitting for his size. But in this one, he actually was pretty good. Now, when it comes to the cast, he had a pretty good cast to work with. And Keegan Michael Key he kind of shined in this one as well. John Leguizamo really shined, and I personally been a John Leguizamo fan for a long time. I definitely like what he's done, and the children that they had in the movie did a pretty good job. So I gotta rate this a buy. Now, when you go into the movie, and well, if you don't want any spoilers, this is the time to leave the room because I've rated it a buy. So you know it is a good movie. It's definitely something you can take the kids out to. But spoilers may come after this moment. So you got your rating. If you want to come back and check out the rest later, that's absolutely fine. So what I'm gonna say about this movie, and I'm not gonna go on too long because again, it was a kids' film. Honestly, the movie did start off slow. I'm gonna have to say that. It definitely was a slow start, and it was kind of hard to get into. But then I am an adult, and I did find it a little hard to get into. The opening scenes, the first few, yeah, the opening scene was pretty good. They kind of established what you kind of needed to know about the character. Of course, they added more. As the film went on, they added more, but they kind of let you know right off bat that this guy is a serious, no nonsense type of guy. He's what's called a smoke jumper, which is a certain type of firefighter. And they were saying there were only 336 of them in America, which I don't know if that's true or not, but I would assume it is. Um, so he definitely comes in with a very strong presence, a very commanding presence. He's serious. And that's just the way he lived his life. So as they gave you more clues about the character, that's just the way he happened to be. Now he ends up rescuing three children from a, a burning cabin, and when he rescued the children, because of weather conditions, it wasn't really they didn't really have a good opportunity to even try to drive the kids to a better facility. Child Protective Services, it would have been a daunting task just to get them to Child Protective Services because of the weather that was happening in the area. So they basically had to take care of and I say they because there were he was a fireman slash smoke jumper, but there were three other ones there at the smokehouse. So they basically kind of took the kids in. And as movies do, and well, these type of movies do, you started to form a bond with the children. The children were definitely into some certain hijinks, but you got a kind of a good feel for the children. And the children faked as if they were leaving a voicemail for their parents, and they kind of faked some phone calls in order to, and they were basically trying to figure out what they were going to do because Child Protective Services were already looking for the kids. Well, this was unbeknown to John at the time. Well, not John, but this was unbeknown to the characters in the movie that were playing the fireman and his crew. So this was unknown to them, but they were faking it. Child Protective Services were already looking for these children for a month, but the reason they ran away and they were living in the cabin on their own was because Child Protective Services had planned on splitting the kids up. So they were basically in hiding so they could stay together. And if you're kids, that's kind of understandable. You know, why wouldn't kids run off so they can stay together? That's a reasonable thing. You know, not that I'm encouraging any kids to run off. I'm not doing that. But if you're in Child Protective Services, I'm just saying it's a very plausible pl- plot point, that you may have kids trying to run off to avoid being split apart. But kids, if any kids are listening to this, do not run off from people that are trying to help you. That is not the best move for you to make. Okay, no matter what the situation is, do not run from the people that's trying to help you. Now, uh, the movie, I guess the touching moments came a little bit later because to me it was a slow start to the film. Um, the film worked its way up till the firemen found out that these kids didn't have parents, and of course, they made their impressions. Excuse me, they made their impressions upon the four firemen that worked at the facility, and as the movie went, the movie did pick up. Honestly, as it went, it did pick up. Probably was I'm gonna say slow for about 45 minutes, but I think with everything that was going on in the movie, when it comes to the children would enjoy it the whole time. The adults may you may notice the slow start that I noticed, but as it keeps going through, it does get a little bit better. And even for a slow start, the movie was pretty good even for a slow start. And the more the movie went, it was basically the story of kids touching a man's heart, making him a little bit softer, letting his guard down. He kind of had a somewhat rougher childhood because as the film goes on, it lets you know that he had a dad that was a smoke jumper as well, and his dad died on duty. So he had a lot of respect for his dad, and basically he was trying to be like his father or the image that he felt his father was. So he definitely had a good reason for doing his job, and the kids grew on them. And one of the children was having a birthday, so they kind of made a deal that could the kids stay until the child's birthday, which was only 2 days away. So of course they called Child Protective Services, but requested that they could, if they can keep the kids over the weekend till Monday. Which, based on how the film played, you would think that they did agree to that. But later on down the road, it showed that it really wasn't agreed upon by Child Protective Services. They kind of showed up early. This was on the child's birthday, and the whole plan was for them not to be split up on the child's birthday. So by that point, the kids had grew on John Cena's character and the rest of the fire crew, and they made arrangements, and then he decided to basically adopt the kids. So all in all, everything did go well, but it was a good film. Again, it was kind of a slow start for an adult, but but I think you all will enjoy it. Oh, I see Annette B is and hey Annette, how you doing? One of our favorite subscribers here at the Black Dimension. Um, just giving a review, as you can see, on Playing with Fire by John Cena, who did a pretty good job as an actor in this movie. The supporting cast was very good, and he had a lot to play off of when it comes to this movie. So I think if you decide to take your kids to a movie, this would definitely be a good one to take them to. I think they will have a good time the whole time, and I think even you as an adult, you know, like I say, it was a slow start to me, but the film did pick up, and I think that it would be thoroughly enjoyed by the family. Of course, I actually didn't check the rating. I would have to assume by what I saw though, it's probably is rated PG. Probably is definitely a PG movie, and so you don't have anything to worry about as far as that's concerned. There was nothing inappropriate going on. Everything was about fun, silliness, hijinks, and it definitely was a good family film. So, for those out there looking for next film to take their children to, and if you are a WWE fan, and of course you know of John Cena, if you are a WWE fan, you definitely have a good time in this film. So I think this is a good one to support, and that's pretty much it. So this is Roger. Donnie and Kev couldn't be here this time, but of course, we can't all do everything at all times. But we will be coming back soon with something new and different and dealing with more enjoyable content. So I'm rating this movie a buy. Okay. And it's a strong buy because it did pick up as the movie went along. And, that's just the way some movies are made. Well, it takes a little while to get into the fun stuff because you got to do a setup. But like I said, the first few scenes were definitely some enjoyable moments, and I don't think anyone would regret going to the show to see this one. So we'll see you soon. We'll probably be doing another review on Midway tomorrow. I'll be up for a review on Midway tomorrow. So I hope everyone who hears this is having a great day, night, or evening, whatever it is to you when you hear it. All right, this is Roger. I'm signing out. Y'all have a wonderful night.